Okay, so I'm going to apologize for the sun, but it is what it is. So we are out in the messy garden today, and today is October 30th, and I'm going to try to actually get this posted either tonight or probably tonight. I really want to get this up tonight, but we have weather coming in tomorrow. So this is the last beautiful day, and it's in the 80s, and there's actually a pretty good breeze blowing today. So the leaves are dropping, and tomorrow, actually early in the morning, we have the rain starting and the wind starting, and the temperature is going to get lower and lower instead of warmer tomorrow. So today we're going to be like, I don't know, 87 degrees, and then tomorrow we're not going to get out of the 40s. So it's going to be a drastic change in weather here. And by tomorrow night, which is going to be Halloween night, we're going to be freezing and actually below 32 degrees, which means a hard freeze for us. So that means my peppers, cucamelons, everything that are still in the garden, which I don't have a lot in the garden. I have like some basil, a couple tomato plants that don't have anything on them, the loofah, and the pepper plants, and the cucamelon, and some beans. And that's it. Everything else is winter stuff. But I need to harvest all the peppers, and I'm going to cut some flowers that are still pretty. And I say I'm going to do this, but as of right this moment, there are a ton of honeybees in this garden. So they may run me out, but we're going to try, and we're going to let the chickens have this garden today and tomorrow, and let them get the most nutrition out of the plants before the freeze kills them. And then of course we'll keep letting them in here to clean it out. But I want to let them in today and tomorrow before the freeze actually kills off the plant life itself. So I'm just going to let this roll while I work out here, and I'm going to try to get some stuff cleaned out of this garden. I have exactly 1 hour before I need to meet a friend of mine at Costco. So yeah, just going to get started. So I have with me, I have a bucket, which I don't think you can see. It's over here. It's full of water for flowers. I have scissors. I have a basket for harvesting peppers, which will be my first thing. And then I just need to get some things out of here. So like these trays, these seed trays that I have sitting around the garden, and some of my seed trays that are still sitting here in the garden, I'm going to throw them in the greenhouse and then shut the greenhouse door and get this roll of wire up in front of it so that the chickens and turkeys and everything cannot get, there's a little bit of space in front of my greenhouse and underneath that they can get around it into the tunnel garden and the metal bed garden. So I don't want them over there where I have fall things planted. So I'm going to put this wire up temporarily. So I will not be able to access my greenhouse from this side, but I don't have any plans to really do anything in there anytime soon, and I can access it from the door on the back side, which I'll be in the tunnel garden mostly anyway, so that's where I would come in and out anyway. So it's not a big deal to block this side off right now. The other thing I may do is I've got a few calendula plants that are just doing beautifully, and I'm afraid the birds will destroy those, so I may pull those up with the shovel and put them in the other garden just to see if they do okay, or at least into this one metal bed. And if the frost gets them, it gets them, but they can handle some cold. So I may do that as well if I have time, and it might be something I try to do tonight, one of the two. But anyway, so I'm looking at all these bees and I'm just like, this is not going to be a good day. So let's get started. I'll leave those and leave those. All right. So all that I can leave. I'll probably leave that. So one of my seed trays that I had that I never planted out, look at this. It's been living in the water and they're still alive. So this is my, this was all my flowers and toothache plants and bee balm that never made it out, and it has just lived. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Let me show you. So you can see them here, and these are the big cement trays that I float the seed starting trays in. I have, I want to say like 3 or 4 of them right here, kind of buried under this grass, and they're full of water. So I'm going to leave them here, and then that way the ducks and the chickens and stuff have water in here. But I wanted to show you what I just found. Check out this dahlia. And then I have some celery here, which I think it might can handle some freeze. And I can't remember what that is. I'm sure the chickens will probably ruin that. But look at these nasturtiums. I mean, this is insane. In all of this, if I had kept this garden neat, it would actually be stunning because of, I mean, just the beans and flowers that are in here. But this, this is my first. I'm just so happy with that. And we've got chive, so I may harvest some of that. So I have a little more out here than I thought I did. All right, so let's clear out these peppers. Oh, I have some sage over here and a couple more of these trays, which actually have flowers coming back. This one was empty, but look at that. That's amazing. There's actually things that are sprouting, I guess from old seeds, now that the temperature's good. Put this in the greenhouse. All right, and I think I have another one down here. Maybe not, maybe that was the one. Okay, that was it. All right, so I just need to strip peppers. It doesn't look like there's anything left down here on these. And I'm just going to take them all, ripe or not. I won't take this one. It's got bug damage to it, and the chickens can eat it. Same with that one. Same with that one. right. I think that's all the peppers I'm gonna get. But while I'm here, I'm gonna grab some of the sage. All right, and then let me check this eggplant. Gosh, it's so loaded with blooms. It's crazy. And then here's a voluntary bee balm over here. More sage, some bolted basil, some beautiful tomato plants that are just coming out. Basil, and a ton of parsley. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this. And we'll take these two calendula. Well, I won't take that one because there's a honeybee on it. Wow, look at that parsley. It's amazing. Okay. And then there's all this chives over here. And some celery. And then I'm going to take this dahlia and put it in the water. Couple random carrots. All right, so I've gotten some flowers. I want to get this fence put up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and let the chickens in here. The only thing I haven't done is the beans, but they're up high. Move, Lilo. Go. And they're going to have so much. I do want to dig out a couple of the calendula though. So I'm going to take this one because it doesn't have any blooms. And this one. Let's see if there's another one I want. All right. I don't know if these will survive. I don't think the asters will. I'll take this little nasturtium. So I'm just going to pop these in this bed. Because there is nothing in this bed except some weeds. Because this project got halted when I got real sick this summer and couldn't be outside because of the skin issues. So we're just going to pop these in here. It's really hard. And the reason I chose this one is because if they can't handle the cold very well, they'll get extra warmth from the sun reflecting off this greenhouse. And then here's my comfrey. I need to harvest some of it, but I will wait till tonight. All right. Let's go in this garden. And mostly what's over here is marigolds, but I do have some zinnias right over here. There is some okra back there and still blooming. I'm gonna have to come out here and get all the loofahs. So I don't think I have time to do that, and I don't have anything to harvest them in right now. That poor trellis is coming down. And when I come back out, I will actually harvest quite a bit of lettuce and collards as well. Because all of this is ready to go. I'm seeing some peas coming up, so that's exciting. I'm not seeing a whole lot of anything else coming up that Dad and I planted. You can see something coming up here, which I think is the turnips maybe. I'm not seeing a lot of carrot activity. Not seeing a lot of beets, but we've been dry and I have not been watering. So I need to get on a watering schedule out here. We were getting quite, rain like once a week, but that's not really enough for seeds. The chickens have found their way into the garden and seem to be quite content. That's not all of them. It looks like some of them are still in the house where it's shady. Although, they could very well be lost in this garden. It's so bad. But a good majority of them, and the guineas, which I'm glad the guineas are in here because they are good foragers and love bugs. But, oh, and there's one of the ducks making their way in. So this makes me happy. And I know they have shade spots in here and plenty of water in here and a ton of food. So just in our little last minute foray, we got this whole basket full of peppers and eggplant and chives and celery and sage. And look at this beautiful bucket of flowers, which the bees are not going to let me pick up. I absolutely love it. So I will actually be back. Hopefully after Costco, I will have a little time, or this evening I can go get all the loofahs in. If not, I'll have to do it in the rain in the morning, which that would be okay too. So the temperature's not supposed to drop until during the day tomorrow, but it's supposed to start being rainy in the morning. So I wanted to get it done today, but I have to get going. So I will try to get back out here tonight and then post this video. If not, I will end it here and maybe do an update once I go out into the tunnel on Wednesday or Thursday or something like that, once I get it all done. But thank you for joining me on my last forage through this garden before I turned the chickens loose. And I hope everybody stays warm and safe for Halloween. So just in case I don't continue this video. Bye guys.